Hey guys, this is Patrick Powers. This video is for Mobile Development Frameworks 1 for the September class of 2012, and this is for week 1. So what I did was I created a application that basically allows you to mark off the states that you have visited within the United States. So basically here it is, and be able to create that icon. You saw the page actually pop up before, and then we go right into the application. It has 50, I guess maybe 51 actually cells because of DC, but basically what I have done is start with the view controller in terms of the code, set up the IB outlets for various buttons, as well as a couple of strings to be able to actually store a couple of elements, and then also the arrays for the actual cells and to load the table view. So, and then also the ability to get access to these strings from other areas. At least that's what I thought I was doing. Looking over at the .m file, this is where I actually created the array, so it's all the states, and then right below it for that second string I created an array of their locations. So you see right underneath Alabama, it's the southeast, Alaska the west. And got those set up, and then this is where my code more or less starts. I have the edit button up here. Basically upon clicking it, the table view editing ability shows. Also, the edit button hides, and then the save button appears. Pretty much the exact same thing right below it, but in the exact opposite functionality. So it closes it back up. Right below that, I have the method to actually set the number of rows in section by counting the states within the state array and returning that. We then have the function for creating the ability to edit. So when you actually click on edit, the ability to have the minus sign come up, and here we go, delete Alabama. I have visited that, save it back up, and you got 50 left. And then we also have creating that custom cell. Going into the custom cell XIB, very basic, just the flag, the state, and then location. Within the cell view.h, I set up those outlets for the state as well as the location and label for it to be able to actually be filled in with the arrays as it went through. And let's see, last but not least, and this is one area where I really couldn't get it to work, was creating that second view, allowing, and it was very simple in terms of what I was trying to do, but allowing, for example, Alaska, clicking on it, another view comes up, and here's where my lack of knowledge, I guess. I just can't visualize and I can't picture, and I tried to do multiple various things. And I know we've done this in other projects, but to be able to pull that information from this cell, put Alaska as the state and the label, I simply was going to have it basically say you need to visit whatever particular state. But I was having a lot of trouble actually getting the information to flow from one view to the other. And I know it's something we've already done before, so a little bit frustrating that I couldn't get it to actually work. But I also don't know if it was actually part of the project. I saw within the activity that that's what we were supposed to do, but then within the rubric it didn't actually show that that was a part of the rubric that you're being graded on. It was all based on this list view. So I'm not sure if we actually need to do that or not, but that was my hang up. That's what I really wanted to be able to do better, is actually be able to make it so that Alaska transfers into this view and says you still need to visit Alaska. So other than that, I mean, I actually enjoyed it. I think it was a pretty good week, solid week, and I was able to follow along with the videos. I guess that's really it. I also have the second view here, XIB file, and then also the .h, where I set up a couple outlets in terms of the back button, the label. They're both labels, and I just couldn't get the information back and forth. Something I'm going to have to continue to look into, figure out how to do. So I think that's it. Anyway, you guys have a good long weekend, and I will see you next week. Thanks.